Chris Paul is considered to be one of the best point guards in the history of the NBA. In his earlier years with New Orleans, he showed off glances of his athleticism, but right now, he is focused on making the smart plays and improving practically every team he plays on. Whether it's taking a very bad team in OKC to the playoffs, or taking the young Phoenix Suns to the finals while defeating defending champions Los Angeles Lakers in the first round. Chris Paul shows us his durability and leadership on the court even in his 16th year in the league. He finished his most recent season as 5th in the MVP voting in his 35 years of age. He led his team to the finals for the first time in 28 years, and this was Paul's long-awaited trip to the finals. In conclusion, he deserved it overall for his career, but by being the smartest guy in the court almost in every game he plays. He just makes everybody on the floor feel better and play better. Hello guys, my name is Stuart, and today we're going to be taking a look at 10 times Chris Paul uses his 1000 basketball IQ. Passing ability and court vision. Chris Paul is widely known as the floor general. He can pass the ball to almost anybody on the court, and also on defense. You can be sure that he will try to get that steal. When he came to the league in his rookie season, his New Orleans Hornets were playing in Utah, and Paul looked up and he saw Stockton's total for assists and steals, all-time leader in both categories, and he said to himself that this is something he will be chasing in his career. Of course, Stockton was one of the most durable players to ever play the game, and Paul had some injuries throughout his career, but the fact is that he stands 5th in all-time assists ladder, and he is only 61 assists away from the 3rd spot, which is currently held by Steve Nash. No question, he will surpass that record. He is also 5th in all-time steals ladder and 10th in all-time playoff assist leaders. Not a bad resume. He accomplished that by playing really smart basketball and getting the best assist to turnover ratio of all time. He always seems to know where the defenders are positioned, and he knows how to find his teammates in a blink of an eye. I mean, look at this. He often knows how to say that his job on the court is the easiest because he does not need to score the basket, but just to pass the ball to an open player. This guy is as humble as it gets. MBPA. National Basketball Players Association, also known as MBPA, is a labor union that represents players in the NBA, and Chris Paul is its current president, elected back in 2013. MBPA's mission is to ensure that the rights of NBA players are protected and that every measure is taken to assist players in maximizing their opportunities, both on and off the court. And the man himself, Chris Paul, stands behind all those players. As we could see in the bubble, MBPA took action by writing phrases or names on the back of their jerseys to support the Black Lives Matter movement, taking the knee during the national anthem to protest against police brutality and racial inequality, and even boycotting games in response to the shooting of Jacob Blake. This guy is just too good to the league. And now, back to the on-court presence. Nutmegging. Chris Paul is the player who is not flashy nor athletic, but he is a little swagger. Namely, he is known to easily nutmeg the opponents on various occasions. Even when it's not called for, it's not as easy to move to pull out in the middle of the game, especially in the NBA game, but he has the skill. The question is, why not? He did to Chris Bosh in the All-Star game. I mean, look at this. When you know, you know. He also nutmegged a few more players. Just watch this and enjoy. So disrespectful, yet so genius. Fake between the leg passing. When you play against Chris Paul, you always have to be aware of the fact that he can pass the ball at any given moment to any player on the court. So the defenders guarding Paul are quite careful when it comes to his passes, so it's easier for him to fake passes basically whenever. His most used fake move is when he goes at the basketball full speed and just throws it between the legs, forward or backwards, it doesn't matter. Almost every time he fools the opposing players, sometimes even his own, and sometimes even camera crew. The Untucked Jersey incident. While playing with the OKC during the game versus the Minnesota Timberwolves, Karl Anthony Towns had a free throw while his team was leading the OKC by 2 points, but then this happened. He saw Jordan Bell with the Untucked Jersey and recognized that as a delay of the game. Gallinari got the free throw at the other end, and Towns made his free throw. So, the game was still in favor of the Timberwolves, but again, they were up 2 points instead of probably 3, which is what would have happened if Paul didn't make this genius non-play play. We all know what happened then. Steven Adams threw a full court pass to Schroeder, who then scored the 2, and the game went into OT, in which Oklahoma took the win home. So effective and an all-time play by the all-time great. Chris Paul established himself throughout this league as a player, as a teammate, but most importantly as a man who will do anything to win the game. But everybody wishes him nothing but the best. Everybody says he deserves it, and that just proves how much of an unselfish player he is. 36 years old, and he is still the alpha on his team, even when his team is arguably the best in the world. How is that possible, you might wonder? Just watch a highlight or two of him and you'll see. Nothing flashy, nothing but the simple basketball with a little bit of flair on it. And that's how you get the job done. You outsmart other players. Chris Paul was never the tallest guy on the court, but he was the smartest, that's for sure. So, there you have it, guys. That's it for today. If you liked my video, please hit the like button as it means so much for my channel. Also, if you have suggestions for my next video, please leave it in the comments. Until the next time.